What's up, YouTube? It's been a little minute, but I'm back, I guess. Corey Kenshin, I'm back all video, but you know how it is. Today I'm gonna just be talking about some of my Bandlab strategies that I've been using to grow on Bandlab, because I have dropped a growth video, but back then I was at like maybe 7K, but I'm at like 11K by the time you guys watch this video. So I have some new tips and some new strategies that I've been using, so I'm going to be sharing those with you guys today in this video. Alright, so I have been seeing like steady growth on Bandlab, and of course there's always just the usual tips, which is just, post your songs, repost people, message people, make community posts. But some stuff that isn't really as well known on Bandlab is definitely the video posting feature, because not everybody's utilizing that as a TikTok type platform. A lot of people are just posting their songs and just calling it a day. But what I recommend is making short form content that you can use for a bunch of different platforms. Like, you can use it for TikTok, Bandlab, Instagram, whatever you want, you can use that content. So what type of content should you be posting? I mean, you shouldn't just be posting like freaking pictures of yourself. Bro, come on, lock in. You're not posting comedy videos on Bandlab.
Okay, mi gente, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah.
So I recommend doing lip sync videos of your songs, which I always do, and those always do pretty well. Breakdown videos, like beat breakdowns, song breakdowns, whatever you're doing. You can also do like song reactions if you have enough traction already. But if you don't have enough traction, you can still do song reactions to bigger artists to try to bring in their fan base. So yeah, I definitely recommend reactions no matter how big you are, but obviously the bigger you are, the easier it is to be able to gain traction from it. I also recommend collabs, as per usual. I always recommend collabs because collabs are just a good way to expand your audience. Okay, so aside from videos and collabs, another thing you want to do to grow is definitely have a queue of good quality songs that you can drop at any time. Because it sucks to be like, oh shoot, I have to make a song right now, because of course when you feel forced, that's when you make the worst product. You always want to do it when you feel like doing it, right?
I don't think this is great for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. I can't take the pressure of it. But don't you think any job interview...
It's always nice to when you ever have that urge to, oh, I want to make a song, just make as many songs as you want to make. That way when you're like, oh shoot, I really need to post to keep up with it, you already have, songs in the vault, and you're not having to rush. And if you're forced to make a song, you're probably gonna have writer's block. You need to do it when it feels most natural. Honestly, I know everybody says this, but consistency, you need to have it. There's no way you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't want to be good on Bandlab and want to have good numbers and not have consistent drops and stuff like that. You gotta, keep your queue backed up, because if you don't, then you're gonna feel rushed, and rushed stuff is never good. That's as simple as it is. That's why sometimes collabs takes 3 weeks, because you just need to work through the song and, record when you're feeling inspired and all that kind of stuff, because music isn't the thing that you can just kind of turn on, you know what I mean? It's not like you go one moment, you're just chilling, and the next moment you're like, oh shoot, I really have to do this, let me just turn on music mode. That doesn't just happen, you know what I mean? Music kind of just flows whenever it flows. So I really encourage you guys, whenever you guys feel inspired, try to record on Bandlab, and if you can't, then at least just take voice notes of what you were thinking, because trust me, a lot of the times when you feel inspired and not forced and you just want to do it out of pure fun, that's when you get the best product, for sure. So yeah, guys, those are my updated growth tips on Bandlab for steady growth and not hitting a peak too early, because that's what happens with a lot of people. They go crazy growth, they reach about 1,000, and then they kind of just cap out because they maybe slow down and all that kind of stuff. So it's really important to keep going, because when I first started, I wasn't posting videos, so I was just going off straight songs. I grew to about 4K, and then I had to start posting songs, you know what I mean, to keep my audience engaged, right? So I just want you guys to focus on that, because one thing is getting to a certain point, and another thing is to keep expanding, you know what I mean? Because once you get to 5K, do you want to stop at 5K?
Oh, yeah, hell no!
No, you want to keep, expanding. So now these tips always work for people who are just starting, because obviously the sooner you start doing these things, the better, obviously. but it also works for people who are already doing pretty well on Bandlab, because a lot of my other growth videos might have been like, yeah, they're like basic fundamental tips, but they're not as helpful for people who are already like, you know, up there and already in the thousands, you know what I mean? It's mostly like beginner tips. So these are more like, these work for beginners too, and if you can start it as early as possible, that's great, but it also works for like, you know, people who are already in the 5, 6, 7Ks, trying to just expand to that next level and hit the 10Ks and keep going up. So yeah, guys, I'm back. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Step in the spot when we pull